What's going on, guys? Renegade here, and today I'm going to be making kind of a long video. I'm going to be talking about MLG Columbus, the Season 3 playoffs, ESWC, the Final LAN tournament for Ghosts, and then I'm going to be talking about the roster change. That's what it is, the roster changes. I'm just going to kind of be rambling the whole time, so it's like a pretty long video, up to close to 20 minutes. So if you don't want to watch the whole thing in one sitting, that's fine. Just save the video to your favorites, and you can go back to it and watch it whenever. But if you're going to watch it all in one sitting, sit back, relax, enjoy the video. Remember to leave a like. This has been Renegade. See you later. What's going on, guys? Renegade here, and today I'm going to be making a video talking about MLG Columbus, the Season 3 playoffs, Esports World Cup, and the beginnings of Advanced Warfare. So rewind about a week ago. It's funny as hell, but a week ago, Sports World Cup just ended. Was the beginning of the MLG Season 3 playoffs in the new MLG Arena in Columbus, Ohio. So Friday it was obviously the beginning of bracket play, and so obviously there's going to be people that go straight into the losers bracket. So it was FaZe lost their match against the... Actually, I should go for the seeds first. 8th seed was Most Wanted, MW. 7th seed was Noble Pro Gaming. 6th seed was Denial Esports. 5th seed FaZe. 4th seed Optic Nation. 3rd seed Optic Gaming. 2nd seed Rise Nation. And 1st seed Team Envious. So, obviously, 1 plays 8, 2 plays 7, etc., etc. So, FaZe loses their match versus Nation 3-0. Commanding 3-0 too. They Nation came back on Octane Dom and sealed the deal. Obviously they're gonna win the S&D. Optic Nation, big S&D team, and then they win the Blitz. So they 3-0 them. Then what was the second match? I want to say it was Rise versus Noble, but I'm not too sure on the rest of the matches. But Optic Gaming got 3-2 by Denial. So Optic Gaming loses, Optic Nation wins, Rise loses, so Noble wins, and then Envy wins, and Most Wanted goes down. So jumping into Saturday, FaZe and Rise just lose. They lose both their games. They're done. They get 2-0'd. So they're out of the tournament. They didn't win. They didn't win a match. FaZe didn't even win a map. I'm pretty sure FaZe didn't win a map in the whole tournament. So they're done. Then Denial. I think Denial loses. Optic Gaming wins. Optic Nation loses. And who's left in the tournament? I don't know. Everyone's like 1-1 except for I think Envy and Noble are 2-0. So then I'm trying to think what happened next. I can list out the placings. I don't exactly remember. I'm kind of foggy on it. I was driving somewhere, so I was out doing something Saturday. So I had Anarchy looking at the scores for me. But all I know is that Rise and FaZe, like I said, placed 7th, 8th. 5th, 6th was Denial and Optic Nation, I think. Optic Gaming placed 4th. Most Wanted placed 3rd. Noble placed 2nd, and Envy placed 1st. So Envy won the whole thing. What I really want to touch on is the last map, the last round of the Most Wanted and Noble matchup, because it's highly controversial. So let me bring you in. It's Octane S&D. It's series obviously tied 2-2. It's 5-5, so it's round 11. It's a 1v1. It's Sender versus Slacked, and Noble was on offense, so bombs down. Slacked goes and gets on the bomb. It like 18, 20 seconds left, whatever. He gets on the bomb. Benson starts going wild. Crowd starts going wild. They're screaming, whatever. Sender, who was at bus pre-aiming bottom motel, sprints over, pre-aims, and starts shooting before he hits the corner, pre-aiming where he placed the bomb now. So obviously he's going to worry, but he starts shooting at like Slack's knees in case he's like prone or something.
he's pre-firing him. Like he knew he was on the bomb, and that's because MLG, their boosts aren't fully soundproof, because Benson was getting hype. He was screaming. Crowd was screaming, going wild. And so he obviously is gonna know, and he's gonna kill him off bomb, because that's $5,000. That play right there is a $5,000 play.
Anyways, like I was saying, so Sender makes that play off bomb. He kills him off bomb. That's, like I said, that's a $5,000 play. So that puts them up in the finals, and then they get 3-1 by Envy. They got absolutely annihilated by Envy. Envy wins the championships. They win season 3, and those top 8 teams are guaranteed a spot for season 1. Excuse me, the first season in Advanced Warfare. So now fast forward, actually right after the event, FaZe, who did not win a map, I don't think, in the entire playoffs, did not win a single map. Censor announces that they're releasing Parasite, with no big surprise. Parasite did not gel with that team at all. The only member he gelled with, obviously, was Karma. So they release him right after the event, like, directly after. And then, so that starts this whole slew of roster change. That kind of started Roster Mania, you could say, but that was a big. They got rid of him right after the event. So, Parasite's gone. Who was released now? I'm trying to think. Here, let me pull up the webpage real quick. So, Parasite gets dropped first. TK drops Nezzle. That's who's in it. Nezzle gets dropped from TK. They weren't working out. Curse drops Burns and Tipsy, which I don't really agree with Burns getting dropped. He did do a lot for the team during that whole season 3. So I mean, I don't exactly agree with that, but that's not. I don't follow Curse enough. I don't know what was going on chemistry wise, but. So then this is an interesting one. Looney, he left Rise Nation to fill Nezzle's empty spot on TK. He's been playing some throwback tournaments with Goon and Sharp and even Theory, but I know he was playing a lot with Goon and Sharp, playing some Black Ops 2. They were getting into the hardpoint game, and so Looney is now TK, so obviously the roster Theory, Looney, Goonjar, and Sharp. Then Killa announces that he's a free agent. Stupid ass Adam Sloss changes his Twitter handle to not Optic Killa 93, but yeah, he declares free agency. Denial, they released Study because Study did not perform at this event. He quite literally shit the bed this event. He just did not do good this event. So they dropped Study. So Study's a free agent now, and then Karma leaves FaZe because he and Parasite were they were kind of the duo on FaZe, as were Censor and Apathy. Attach leaves Rise to fill Study's open spot on Denial. So now Denial is Replays, Zuma, Saints, and Attach, and Rise is now just Pac-Man and Weeds looking for 2, that's big because Rise they lost commanding. They got 2-0'd. They didn't have any chance to do anything. They only played 2 teams and lost to both of them. And so that broke up the trio of Wheats, Looney, and Pac-Man. So now Pac-Man and Wheats are looking for 2. This was very controversial. So Envious made a roster change. You know, they just won Season 3. They won $20,000 for winning the Season 3 playoffs. It was a $75,000 prize pool, so every team won something. But Formal, or JCap actually tweets out a twit longer about Formal, Hastro, and Merc were decided because Formal had come to Stro and said he wanted a team with Crim6 because apparently EG was messing with this free agency thing, but that's another story. So Formal wants a team with Crim. Then, so he goes to Merc and Hastro, and what they come up with is they should drop Nameless and JCap so they can team with Karma and Crimsix, who aren't even released from their EG contracts, but like I said, we'll get into that. So that creates a fissure right there that splits the team. That's Cap and Nameless, and they're still playing an event. This is during ESWC. They they were scheming this during an event, which they were in the middle of playing as a team. So Cap is pissed off, Nameless is pissed off. They're doing their thing, and they talked it over, they mulled it over for a night, and what ended up happening is Formal leaves Envy, and now Envy is looking for one. But that was big, so that's it for the roster. Now the EG story. So a few days ago, Aches, Dito, and Krim all declared free agency, but EG, like with how EG loaned Karma to FaZe, because they're contracted by EG, so they can't leave. So they declare free agency, but they're not released from their contracts until December 1st. So Aches and Krim and Dito declare free agency, and Dito's the only one who can actually become a free agent because he is not contracted by EG, or at least so I believe. And so Formal makes a stupid ass decision after they just won Season 3 playoffs. They didn't drop to losers bracket at all. He makes a stupid ass decision that he wants to team with Krim and Karma, who aren't even released from their EG contracts yet. EG still owns them until December. He makes a stupid ass decision, which ends up like burning that bond with Envy. They're not a team anymore. They're not going to team with Formal, who just tried to drop him or sketch on him. So Formal just screwed him over. He may have screwed himself over because he was on a good ass team, and no one knows what Advanced Warfare is like. That's the thing. Why make all these roster changes? I can understand Parasite. That's the only one I can really. Parasite and Study are the ones I can understand. But no one has played this game yet. They don't know what the game's going to play like, how people are going to play together, what roles people are going to play, and they're all just screwing around making these dumbass roster changes, and which is pretty much just screwing everyone. Like Formal just shit the bed with that, in my opinion. He should not have tried to make that change, because Cap and Nameless are great, and yeah, obviously you're going to want Krim and Karma. Krim and Karma are probably two of the best players in the game, but they're not released from their EG contracts yet, so they can't make any moves unless EG lets them. And they're not going to let them because they're contracted, they're the best players in the game. So Formal's dumbass just starts talking about it. You shouldn't even start talking about it during an event. You should get in a Skype call with Stro and Merc and work it from there, but he decides to do it during an event. Pretty much just screws the team because now they have to find one. So that happens. That's pretty much that's what happened with the roster changes. Now, Esports World Cup, I didn't follow it too much because I'm not at home. I just got I'm getting internet to put out this video. I'm out somewhere out western New York doing something, but. So I wasn't really following ESWC, but all I know is that EG won. They took it 3-1. They 3-1 TCM. They just annihilated that might have been the spark that this roster needed to stay together with Dito, Krim, Karma, or not Karma, excuse me, TP and Aches, which again, Formal just completely shit the bed with that. He didn't think about any of this. It was a totally rash decision. I also think it was rash of JCap to take it to Twitter right away. Excuse me. He has the right to do that. He has the right to be pissed off about that. For him and Nameless for them to be thinking about dropping them. Nameless has been with the Envious squad since COD Champs, since they took second in COD Champs. So he's been a pivotal part of that Envious roster. I don't know why Hastro was thinking of dropping them, but that's what happened to Envy. So that's it. People have started streaming, like today's November 2nd. Day 0 comes out tonight at 12:01 or tomorrow morning, whatever you want to think about it. So people, if it's available in their time zone, people are already streaming it. So it should be interesting. But like I said, the thing I don't agree with all these team changes is that the game's not out yet. No one's played the game enough as a team. No one's scrimmed any sort of thought up competitive rules yet, and people are just, oh no, we have to drop you. You didn't play good in Ghost. Ghost was a shitty ass game. Ghost was all right, pretty much up until COD Champs. Like the settings sucked, Ghost was fine up until COD Champs, and then after COD Champs, they nerfed the MTAR, buffed the shit out of the Bison and the Vector. The Bison was OP as hell after Champs. Then they nerfed the Bison again, but they buffed the Vector again. The Vector's over here, obviously, most of you play Ghost. You can just shit on someone across the map that has an AR shooting at you with a Vector. It's ridiculous. They ruined it. And then the bomb glitch came around, same time as that Vector. That Vector double buff, the bomb glitch came around. The bomb glitch just ruined the whole game. That would just take momentum away from series. And people would fake it sometimes and just screw it. It was bad. The bomb glitch just pretty much ruined Ghosts. It ruined like the half-ass game it already was. So that happens. That sucks. Ghost was a shitty ass game, but these people are making all these decisions based on someone's performance in Ghost, and Ghost was a terrible game. And Advanced Warfare is gearing up to honestly be one of the best CODs, be one of the best competitive CODs that has ever come out. And people are making these roster changes based on someone's performance in Ghost, which it just doesn't. I'm baffled by. I'm dumbfounded. I don't understand why people would make these decisions. But other than that, I don't really have much to talk about. Columbus is next weekend. Season 1, the Season 1 play-in tournament. This year, Season 1. This is where it really is big. Subs are gonna get no play time because for every match you play, on your team, whoever plays the match, a sub, a starter, whoever plays the match, you get $50. So the season salary now, for every match you play, you get $50. So you can get up to $2,000 just from playing. And then the playoffs, you're guaranteed money. So Season 1, for Advanced Warfare is going to be huge because people are getting salaried from this without having to be in contracts. But
hold on, I have one more thing. Actually, two more. This wasn't on the Esports Nation. This wasn't on their article. By the way, go follow Esports Nation on Twitter at Esports Nation. They're big. They make all these articles and stuff about like roster changes and anything about competitive, not even Call of Duty, just esports in general. But back on topic. Miracles also left Optic. He also declared free agent. So it seems like according to Parasite, he Killa and Miracles and Karma were supposed to team, but like I said, Karma's not released from his EG contract, and Rise picked up Diabolic, so Rise is now Diabolic, Wheats, Pac-Man looking for one, so that should be interesting. Diabolic, Online Warrior, Pete, he was the #1 draft pick for Season 2, but regardless, so that's all the roster changes, and I believe that is it from me. I don't think I have anything left to talk about. I think I've covered everything in this video. So, follow me on Twitter at Renegade _ subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow the team, do all the, follow all our social networks, subscribe to our YouTube channel, whatever, and this has been Renegade. We'll see you later. Also, one more thing, guys. Something funny coming up in the gameplay. When I get the SMAW, I shoot it through, like, a little window in that, little building, and just the way it goes through, it's kind of funny. It, like, jukes straight through the window. But, as always, rate, comment, subscribe. This has been Renegade. See you later.